Hey YouTube, prayerfully this video finds you well. I told you I would come back to you. Remember last Saturday we played that little game and I told you I would come back and follow up. Yes, and some of you have put your comments in the chat or in the comment section. Thank you for participating. We will go over the results. It was fairly easy, but for the most part, most of you got them right. There were a couple people who listed Kwani and Duchess Kelly Love, and they were not part of the laughing matchup. I know it sounded like it could have been their laugh, but it wasn't, right? Number one was James Caldwell. We all know that. Number two was Tracy. Remember, she was on the live. I don't know if you watch her, but she was making fun of Brother Jay Wilson. He was breaking down crying, and she was laughing. Number three is Phi Babe. We all know her laugh is very distinguished. Number four is Brother Jay. You remember he was on this live watching Tracy rap while she was on her live, and he began to laugh. That was an unusual laugh for him. That's not his normal laugh, but that's the laugh he made when he was on his live that particular time. Number five was QB. And I know it was challenging because I cut it off. QB has a long laugh that's loud and very distinguished, but a lot of it was cut off, so it was hard. He was to distinguish. He was talking about going to the store, sneezing and coughing so people would freak out. He was joking. He began to laugh at that moment. Number six was Sean Bradley. Remember, he was talking about Jay Wilson's house and how it was registered under the church name. And the people in San Antonio 2019, they were, so to speak, getting it in under the church name. And Sean laughed when he made reference to that. All right, so today we want to talk about music. We want to talk about singing and music. You know, this is a time where we should have a song in our heart or listen to music to get us through these hard times. Music has a way of doing that. I know back in the day, our slaves, they used music not only for encouragement, but for means of expressing themselves and sending messages. And songs have different ways of being resourceful to us, if you will. We use songs and music to express ourselves. It makes us depressed sometimes. Sometimes they make us sad. Sometimes they make us happy. And other people say, music puts them in the mood. Yeah, so music really has a way of changing our mood, and we can use it as a way of expression. Many people write songs out of pain, out of hurt, out of joy. Whatever you're feeling, you can express yourself through music. Ephesians 5:19 says, the latter part of that verse says, sing and make music from your heart. Yes, people, you can create music from your heart. It doesn't have to be a song that's already a song or known or created by someone. You can actually create music. We see that all the time. People use music to fight and go back and forth on the YouTube streets. You see them throwing shade through different songs and different things like that. But what I want to do today, this little game, is I want you to match the content creator to a particular song. I got 4 situations. I didn't do 6 because I didn't want it to be too strenuous and burdensome, right? So it's easy to remember. I'm doing 4 situations, and you just match the content creator to the song. You just list it in the comment section if you so choose to participate. I thank you in advance. I prefer you to list them in order, but you don't have to just list them in there. It's easy to remember 4 content creators. You don't have to put number 1 equals, number 2 equals. You can just list them preferably in the order, but just as long as you list them, I'm okay with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a line, and I might say 1 or 2 words in the song to give you a hint, right? And again, it's only limited to the content creators in this sector, okay? Now the first song here we're going to play and sing so you can get a hint of who it might be. Cease and desist letters. Cease and desist letters. All right, that's enough. Who is responsible for that song? Only in this sector. All right, now we're going on to song number 2. I want you to match up the content creator to this song. Pastor, content creator to that song? That should be fairly easy, right? I know I said pastor, but this content creator uses sometimes other, words to that song. All right, here's number 3. Clicks and views, clicks and views. All they want is clicks and views. Clicks and views, clicks and views. All they want is clicks and views. They didn't add that in there, that's me. All they want is clicks and views. I felt churchy. Who's the content creator responsible for the click and view song? All right, here's our last one. Number 4, I want you to match the content creator to this. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for the super. Who's the content creator responsible for that song? That should be fairly easy. All right, friend. Yes, please put your comments in the comment section. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday. I pray that you have the rest of your weekend, whatever's left, okay? And I'm sure I'll see some of you in the chats tonight or at some point this weekend. In the meantime, in between time, be at peace and not in pieces. And remember, friend, have a song in your heart. Till next time.